Two eagerly anticipated practice sessions here on the Thursday in Monaco. And Nico Rosberg on track at to back and hitting the Armco on the outside of that corner. An early mistake from him, but he wasn't the only one struggling today. Daniel Ricciardo locking up on the main straight and heading to the escape road down at Saint-Devote. Fernando Alonso followed him along. It seemed plenty of drivers were off to the little chapel in the corner. Valtteri Bottas, the latest before a 180-degree spin, got him back out on track again. Nico Rosberg now down at Mirabeau. This is where he went off in qualifying last year, just locking up today. No lockups and no mistakes for Lewis Hamilton, though. Fastest man in the morning session by quite some distance. At Casino Square, brilliant save from Sebastian Vettel, who got a big tank slapper on and just avoided these steel barriers. And what a lap from young Max Verstappen in his first Monaco Grand Prix. Second fastest in the morning session with this lap right at the end of the session. Lewis Hamilton, though, the quickest man, and once again, the guy they all have to chase. Sunshine turned to showers and clouds for the afternoon session. It got a bit cold too, and tyre warm-up was a problem, as Sebastian Vettel proved going onto the escape route at Mirabeau. This, a big tank slapper moment for Roberto Merri, and a bash into the barriers, destroying his front wing and bringing out the red flag. Whilst we waited for the action to get going, well, the rain came down and we had to wait some more. Great weather for the seagulls, but for nobody else. And the meaningful running, well, that was pretty much over for the rest of the day. While the birds flew off, Lewis Hamilton had already flown away into the distance, 0.7 of a second quicker than anybody else on the track. And for the 20th time in 25 FP2 sessions, he was the quickest man. So confirmation then from the morning session. Max Verstappen, the closest challenger to Lewis Hamilton, with Daniel Ricciardo up there for Red Bull, and Sebastian Vettel and Carlos Sainz completing the top 5. In the afternoon, big difference between Hamilton and Rosberg, who admitted his day was far from perfect and has plenty of work to do overnight. Vettel and Raikkonen a second adrift for Ferrari, and on a short track like Monaco, that is a huge gap to try and make up.
Well, Jensen, I think the fans all appreciated to see a few cars out in the drying conditions, but will it prove of much use to you in terms of data gathering over the course of the weekend?
Yeah, I think so. Even if it's not how the tyres work, it's how the recovery system is, and the harvesting and the deployment is very useful in those conditions. It's very different. You're applying the throttle a lot less and you're braking a lot less, so it's useful for Honda.
Well, I think it is what it is. It's the same for everyone, obviously, when it rains, and we know that the forecast is better for the next days. Yeah, you don't tend to run, but I think the car felt okay. Obviously, we didn't get a lot of running this morning and one run this afternoon. But I think it looks to be okay. Obviously, we have to wait and see until Saturday.
The big gap in everyone's data is running on the super soft tyres. So what will be your programme on Saturday morning? And how comfortable do you think the car will be around this circuit?
It's never comfortable here. Always you have to drive a car that is on the limit. You have to risk. You have to be close to the barriers. So it's going to be difficult for everyone. We have very little running with the super soft. Only a few laps in FP3, hopefully, if it's not rainy. So it's the same for everybody. That's good news for us.